So I want to talk about your health, staying healthy, especially when you're self-employed, independent contractor. You're it. So if you're not feeling well or you're sick and you just can't muster the strength to get out there and do the work, then that costs you, right? So you want to take care of your health always. Eat right, get some exercise, get good sleep, and then basically be an advocate for yourself to stay healthy. And like if you do that, everything else comes into line without a problem. You can enjoy activities. You can get out in the world. I love being out in the woods. I ski. I'm a sailor. I like snorkeling, scuba diving, fishing. I can't catch a fish, but I do like to fish. So with that, I've been under the weather for the last 2 weeks. Tired. Head congestion. It's a little spacey. Waking up in the morning, phlegmy in the throat, clear that out. I picked up a bug somewhere, so I was just taking it easy. But where I ended up getting myself crazy was coffee. So back in the day when I used to get a coffee, was Dunkin' Donuts first came out with their franchises, and you'd go get a coffee, and their large coffee is their small now, is the small coffee. And their small was literally a Dixie cup. That's when I first got into trade, first getting into drinking coffee in the morning, and it was regular size. And then, as we know, everything's supersized now. So a medium coffee is like, it's huge. And I don't drink soda, but I enjoy coffee. And I like strong coffee. So I use a French press, and I like to French press my coffee, and I put a little bit extra coffee in there and get a French press going on that, right? So I got a camp, and I go up to my camp, and my camp is not rough, but it isn't, it's not a full house or anything like that, and I have a little dinky French press up there, which I've always used. But a friend of mine gave me their coffee maker. I was like, oh, well, this is great, thanks. And it's a great coffee maker. It's great because it's like you make your coffee and it goes into a carafe, which is actually a thermos carafe, which is fantastic. But it makes a full cup of coffee. And I have no governor, so I just make a full cup of coffee. So I'm up at my camp, and a lot of times when I'm at my camp, I'm doing online stuff, I'm doing estimates, I'm doing marketing stuff, whatever. But I'm like, I will just have a coffee. And usually I'll just do a French press. And French press takes a little bit of work. You gotta get the grounds, put them in the French press, you pour the water in there, you gotta wait for it, then you press it, and then there's your coffee. So if you want another one, you actually gotta get up and go do the whole process again. So like, I maybe have 2 of these small press coffees, and I'm good. However, I get this coffee pot machine now, makes a full pot of coffee, and it makes a big thermos full of coffee. So I just make the pot of coffee, and then I'm just doing my thing. I just have the coffee. So this is during vacation time, like around right before Thanksgiving or whatever, and I'm just up there doing my thing, having the coffee, and like I'm up there for a week, and all of a sudden I'm realizing that I can't think. My mind is like not resting. I can't think. I look at my hands like this, and I'm like out of my mind all of a sudden. This was like in 2 days, and I run out of coffee, and I'm saying to myself, I know what it is. I'm drinking too much damn coffee, right? Because I'm drinking this high test caffeinated Sumatra Starbucks coffee, and like next thing you know, like I can't function. I'm out of my mind. So I end up getting decaf coffee. I was thinking like, I'll just get decaf coffee, right? So I make a pot of coffee with decaf, right? And I like to drink a lot of water during the day. So I realized too, like I'm peeing all the time. I can't I can't get through anything with my work because it's like I get going in my work, I'm in a zone, and next thing you know, it's like I gotta pee, and I gotta get up and go, and it's not like I have to pee. I gotta pee. I gotta go, right? So it's like, what's up with this? So now I get the decaf coffee, and I make my coffee, and again, like, you know, I'm not thinking like I have no governor, right? I don't have a candy around. I don't have jars. I don't have cookies around. I'll just eat it. I just eat it, right? So same thing with coffee, right? I need some sort of a barrier, something to slow me down, so I'm not just like, oh, let me get another cup of coffee, you know? That's it. But I get decaf. I'm thinking like, okay, this is fine. I won't have too much caffeine. So I get the decaf, and I make a pot of coffee with decaf. So now I'm good. I'm into it like for a day, fine. You know, and the next day, oh my goodness, I wake up with such a headache, and I don't put two and two together, right? I'm not saying like, oh, you need some caffeine, you fool. All you're doing is drinking decaf, right? No, I'm thinking like, what is up with my head? You know, I'm trying to like, I figure, oh, I have some water, I made some decaf coffee, I'm having that. And like that whole day, I was like miserable. My body hurt, my head hurt. It was horrible, horrible. And then I realized I need some caffeine. So I had to go out and get another thing of coffee. And now it's like I have to like do a half calf. So it's changed everything, because it's like you know, like you think coffee's innocent, but like, you know, like it's like anything. It's like it's a stimulant. So it's like I like to have a coffee. I like enjoying a cup of coffee, but I can't do a pot of coffee. So like I put that coffee machine away, and now I'm back to just doing my French press. But now I'm doing half decaf and half regular coffee, and I feel so much better. I feel so much better having less caffeine and less coffee. I'm not having these urgencies to pee all the time, and that is terrible. It's like it just comes on, and it's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna forget the time, and had to go to the bathroom, and I stopped at a supermarket, and I go into the supermarket to use the bathroom, and I get in there, and it's like it's busy. I don't know why it's so busy, but like there's 2 urinals and 2 stalls, and I'm like, so I'm at the urinal taking a pee, and I hear all this commotion, and I like turn around, and this old fella, and he's like it's one of these bathrooms, and has this paper towel dispenser that's on the wall, but it's a built-in thing. So it's a towel dispenser that's built in the wall, and that's got like this trash container right underneath it. So it's like a one-piece unit that just goes into the wall. Well, this poor fellow had a pee so bad, and I could relate to it, because like when I was drinking too much coffee, it would come on so fast that like you didn't have any delay, you didn't have any real warning. It was just like all of a sudden you had to go, right? And then it's like when you start going or getting prepared or en route to a bathroom, I think your mind just kicks in. It's like, oh, relief is coming. So it just starts getting worse. It's not like you're like, okay, relief's coming, you're almost ready. No, the intensity is higher. So I was relating to this guy. And so this poor guy, he's up against the wall, peeing into the trash container. And I just felt so bad for the fellow. But I could relate. I could definitely relate to what he was going through. So, you drink a coffee, you know, just don't drink too much caffeinated coffee, because that'll make you crazy. And then if you're like, oh, this is making me crazy, don't go and just get on decaf coffee, because then you're just going to be miserable, right? And if you're drinking too much coffee, and then any water intake you have is just going to run through you so fast that you're just going to be like in the bathroom all the time. And like, not in a casual way. It's like, you know, like I got to go now. Like, it's like there's no delay. There's no warning. It's just happening, and you got to do it. So like, I guess it's like Moderation. Yeah. Moderation is probably the best rule of thumb on anything. So that's my story on coffee. I know, who cares, right? But thought I'd share that anyways.